Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to an episode of Epic 7. Today is going to be an unorganized rant video. I'm going to say bad things. I'm going to rage. I'm going to talk myself in circles, and I'm just going to do this unscripted. Just as a heads up before you go further, if that's not something you're okay hearing, just move on to the next video, you know. But we're in a bad place right now, and I need to talk about it, and I don't know how else to get the message across. I don't want to do a typical Mango cutesy video because that's just not fitting of what kind of situation we're in right now. So again, just as a warning, just as a heads up, this video is not my usual style of video, and I guess enjoy and listen with your own risk. And if you have any thoughts or concerns, let me know in the comments, because I'd love to hear it. But it's still something that has to be done, I think. And I think if I'm not speaking up, if everybody's not speaking up, then maybe we end up where we are without any fixes or anything like that. So I haven't been streaming much lately. I haven't been enjoying streaming. I haven't been streaming. Basically, it's straight up that, and that's because I love you guys. I like streaming, but streaming Epic 7 has been killing me. Like, it just straight up has been killing me. I haven't been enjoying it. There's nothing to do. I can't actually play. I don't have any stamina to play. I don't have any gold to do anything. I spend my entire time I'm playing trying to like figure out how to get the one thing I need to get done. And it is just not a place I want to be. And there was a time where I could play Epic 7 for 8+ hours a day on stream and be happy and always have something to do and just be excited. But that's not current Mango. And current Mango's kind of pissed off. Current Mango sees Huche right there and just wants to punch him in his face. He really just does. That's kind of where I'm at right now. It's bullshit. It just is straight up bullshit right now with the type of stuff we're getting. And I think it needs to change. And just saying it needs to change isn't enough. I think we need to kind of figure out ways that it could change and figure out ways to kind of fix it, and just talk about it with each other. So first things first, I find it hilarious, actually, that one of Warbalt's suggestion was reviews. And that's always how I felt. I've always felt like if you really are unhappy with the game, you should leave a review. It's what they're there for. As long as they're legitimate reviews, as long as you're telling the truth, as long as it's not just spam or something like that. I've always felt like reviews are okay to do. And again, I'm not telling you to do that, but it's just something you need to be conscious of. That's one of the ways we as a community have a way of actually impacting and communicating with them. There's another option, which is going to be the simple one, just voting with your wallet. And that means not spending money. That means not spending money. That means not spending money. It's pretty hard to get to that point, but just don't spend money if you're not happy with the game. And it's hard for me to do too. I'm of the point where I haven't spent money since, I would say, when they did the big mullet change and I was really happy with them. I spent some money that time, but since then I haven't, because everything they've done since then has just been progressively worse and worse. So one of the things I'm going to personally do is stop buying the monthly packs. I bought the monthly packs because I thought, you know, I'm playing this game, I should at least support it that way. But at this point, I'm just going to cancel those out too and just go completely free to play until things get better. And I don't mean one patch, because they tricked me before with that. Just one patch, things are better. I'm happy, I spend all my money. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to need a couple patches this time, because last time they tricked me, I dumped my money back in, and then we're back where we are. So I'm done getting tricked that way. I'm just super free to play at this point, and that's the first way I'm going to do this. And we'll talk about more reasons after, maybe. Another thing, too, is a lot of people plan on raiding, in quotes, the Twitch chat and the whole event of the global live stream coming up. I don't think that's a good idea. I personally don't agree with that, and it's not something I will participate in. I think the two people hosting the event, Desperado and Mashu, are awesome. I don't think they deserve that. I think there's ways to get the message across outside of that. Really, all that's going to do is make that a horrible experience for Desperado and Mashu, who have done nothing wrong and who are awesome people. And I just really urge people not to do that, to be honest. There's just better ways to go about it. So that's that. I'm going to be there in Twitch chat having fun and hopefully participating and talking with them. But the reason why is this sort of feels to me like yelling at the person taking your McDonald's order, that you're pissed off that they took off the McRib or something, you know? Like, it's just not something that's going to do anything, and it's just going to make the person feel like crap. It's just not a good situation. So now that we've got some of that stuff out of the way, let's just talk about the reasons why I'm upset, and I have been upset for so long. The number one thing that actually just infuriated me, just actually like pissed me off so much, more than anything else, and it's just because it's just that little extra, just the little fuck you from Smilegate that just like pissed me off so much, and that is Huche. Like, there's so many things wrong right now, but Huche is just the embodiment of evil. Like, he's literally the embodiment of evil. And this Black Friday deal is just, it's an embarrassment. It really is an embarrassment. This is literally the most like fuck you shop they could have put up for a Black Friday, and I can't handle it. I literally can't handle it. Like, looking at it infuriates me. They've got a 4 to 5 star hero ticket, which is kind of the one fun thing here, you know, like the one really fun thing. And they decide, you know, 50% off like we did on the other things. That's too much for this ticket. Let's only give them 20% off for their Black Friday fun deal, which is still not a good deal, by the way. And then they let you just buy a piece of equipment for Skystones. That just pisses me off more. And then they let you buy an ego fragment, which are generally bought with silver transmit stones. And we'll talk about those too, because those piss me off as well. And that's not good. That's really not good. So, epic artifact charms for 300 Skystones. 2 of these for 160. A Giga Phantasm for 250. 4-star artifact ticket for 600. Like, just get out of here. Just like actually get out of here. It just, I can't even look at him.
Why don't you test your
and obviously we just got a new patch. We just got a new feature here. One of them is going to be this new, I believe it's in the Alchemist Steeple, this equipment conversion thing. And I do think we needed something in like this, but like, let's be real. You all know how bad this is. I can't even show you what it is because I don't have any of these things and I'm not spending gems towards it. Screw that. It's just not something I'm gonna do. But this is obviously implemented terribly. We needed this desperately, and it's just not another thing that I can really participate in. We then have the world boss, and I'm a little indifferent on the world boss. I honestly like the world boss system. I think it's something this game and pretty much every modern day gacha game should have at this point. But it shouldn't have been a 1-year development time. It shouldn't have been, you know, we're working on this guild boss. You know, it should have been at the start of the game, or right when guilds came out. It should have just been there. So that's another thing. And oh god, Biscuit, I'm so sorry right now, but I'm about to tear you a little bit right now too. So pets, the number one thing I've been looking forward to, and I look forward to as a player, as a mango, as somebody who just loves anything to do with pets, I can't believe how much they screwed this up. I honestly, like, I'm shocked. Like, how did it get to this? How did this, like, how did you manage to get it this bad? I don't understand. Like, I honestly, like, cannot fathom how bad this is. And it just, the amount they had to, like, jump through hoops and, like, duck under limbo poles, and, like, the amount they had to screw this up for it to be this screwed up is just, it's too much. It is way too much. That just pisses me right off again too. And there's a ton of reason for this. One is because auto repeat is obviously a thing everybody wanted. I personally, again, like I said, I like to semi play the game, and I'm not willing to macro, so it's something that I don't even use. I haven't used an auto repeat ticket yet in this game, but the auto repeat function itself isn't even good. There's tons of other games I play, like Alune, like another game that I'm not gonna say because you guys will hate me even more right now. there's a ton of games that have an auto repeat function that is infinitely better than this already, and that's just kind of another tick on the embarrassment section right now. The other part is the gold. It costs 5.5 million gold a week to participate in, and yeah, you don't have to spend 5.5 million to be a part of this, but you really do. I don't know how many weeks has this been out? 5 weeks now or something like that. So I'm something like 28 million gold into this, and I don't have a Moonlight pet yet outside of the obviously free one we got. I'm also missing a bunch of S rank skills still. I also don't have any complete pets yet. Partially that could be due to my luck. Partially that could be due to me having fun with the system. Like, God forbid I tried to have fun with a pet system. And it's just kind of frustrating, you know? This was such a wasted opportunity. And it baffles me that you can add a pet system to a game with cute pets that look like Biscuit, that give you actually a good amount of rewards, and you can still not make anybody happy. Like, that's the part that kind of confuses me. Like, how do you manage to do that? I just don't understand. I don't understand. I cannot fathom why this is like this. I just can't. The other part too is basically everything that is a big problem right now seems to revolve around gold for me. We've got a couple good systems that we just can't participate in because of gold, because of the resources. And it's been something that's been a problem for a long time. And the number one problem for me with this game that I've said basically every day, because somebody always asks me what I think about E7, is stamina. We've had a problem with stamina since, God, I don't even know how long ago. We've had a problem with stamina since probably the day we got Hunt 11 and they started costing 20 stamina, I think. Maybe before then. But the stamina problem is massive. And that kind of gates every other feature they put in the game, because they're hell-bent on attaching a ridiculous gold price to every single thing in the game. So that makes it like really, really difficult to participate in that sort of thing. So everything they release is infinitely worse because you can't theoretically play the game enough. Again, this is going by free-to-play / light spenders. You can't physically play the game enough to participate in their things. Like, I grind all week if I can, and I barely have enough gear or gold to upgrade my equipment, and I barely have enough gold to buy my pets. And actually, the only reason I had enough gold this time to buy my weekly pets is because we got that 1.5 million in the mail today. And then people come to me and they say, you know, pets are too expensive. If you don't like spending that much gold, don't participate in it. And I'm like, but I like pets. I want to play with pets. It's like, I like them, you know, like, it's fun to me. I would rather play with my pets than like upgrade a bunch of gear and throw it into that transformer thing that's going to spit out a bunch of crap. I just enjoy pets more. I don't want to stop playing with it. But the reason they're 1 million gold is because, look at this. They're also selling them for sky stones. Another thing that is just, it's just frustrating. And then we have a couple other things too. They're just drowning us. They're not drowning us. They're starving us. They're suffocating us. Transmit stones too. I'm out of transmit stones. I don't know what to do anymore. I can't buy my Molagora this week, I don't think, unless I summon and transmit my 3 stars. It's just not something I'm really able to do. And that's just the Molagora. That's not including buying anything else, like the Phantasm, the Ego Fragment, the Selector Chest, the Artifact Charms, the accessories, the Penguins, which I wouldn't buy anyway, but like, I can't even afford the Molagora every week right now. If you're a new player or a medium player, you'll probably be able to do this no problem, because you still have the achievement going. But once you dry out the achievement, there's not enough sources, I think, for even 15 of these a week. So your only option is literally just to summon for 3 stars and transmit them, which I had to do last week, actually. That's not even, again, buying the Ego Fragment or the Equipment Conversion Selection Chest. So I'm pissed off. I'm upset. I love this game. I love it. I love the design. I love the characters. I love the VAs. I love the gameplay. I love the game, you know? It's sad. And I don't know what to do. I don't want to quit. I feel like it's not even that I'm invested. I'm okay dropping games I'm invested in. I see the potential and I like the characters too much to drop it. So I don't know what to do at this point. But the good news is they're making it really easy to really not do much and still keep playing because I don't have the stamina to really play. So I can log in, do my things, log in at the end when I go to sleep, do my things, and then wake up without my energy filled because it's refreshes so slowly and still not be full. So that's what I've been doing lately. The other thing is too, a lot of people will tell me, yes, you can play the game. You've got 15,000 Skystones right now. And the only reason I have this much is because my last 2 banners have been the luckiest I've ever been in Epic 7. So that allowed me to get a bunch of Skystones as like a safety net. So that's why I have so much right now. And the other thing is, if I spend those Skystones on stamina, which is what they want you to do, when a banner comes around, I'm then not going to have enough to get that unit. And then I'm going to be forced to spend. And being me, I'm okay spending for summons. It's something I enjoy doing, and I like supporting summons. I like supporting randomness. I like supporting skins and stuff like that. So I would buy it. But I would never, ever, ever buy stamina unless it was like bundled with some summons or something like that. So if I am to spend my Skystones on stamina, I'm going to end up buying Skystones for summons after, and it's going to be indirectly me buying stamina, which feels terrible. So I'm going to stop doing that too, and that's why I do not spend my Skystones or Sky Shards on refreshes anymore, just because that puts you in that trap where they try to like force you to spend money in a way you don't really want to spend money, if that makes sense. Oh. So anyways, I don't know what to say. I'm a little upset. I don't like being upset. I'm a little sad. I'm a little worried. I'm a little confused. I'm a little concerned. I'm a little basically all of the emotions at once, and I don't know what to do. I don't know how to voice our opinion. I don't know how to do things. Like, I can talk to the representatives we have. I can talk to Desperado, I can talk to Mashu, or I can talk to Desperado who talks to Mashu, and hopefully they can do something. I'm not sure what else we can do outside of just cross our fingers. And to be clear, I'm honestly like okay with the state that we're getting content. I'm okay with how long it takes us to get content. That's something I don't expect rush content all the time, but I want to be able to participate in that content. I want to be able to play. I want to be able to run dungeons. I want to be able to craft equipment. I want to be able to pet my pets. I want to be able to do everything without it being gated. So like in my mind, that's one of the reasons other gacha games have survived so long with so little content, because they allow you to do whatever you want for the most part. And this is just a game that doesn't allow you to do what you want. The entire like premise behind this game is to try to get you to do something you want and then make you jump through 50 hoops until you inevitably spend money to play this game. And that's something I actually realized recently when I was watching YDCB the other night, because you kind of forget. You kind of forget how much money some people spend. You kind of forget how much money whales spend, and you kind of forget the advantages that whales get and the difference of experience they get. Like, I watched YDCB run out of money. I watched YDCB run out of equipment. I watched him run out of like stones and stuff too, and he just like goes to the shop, buys an equipment pack, gets 4 epics that are better than what I get in a month, and then goes and does this conversion thing, and then like buys some gold if he needs to. And I'm not trying to single out YDCB, just specifically like whales or anybody who does it, but I'm just mentioning him because he's specifically who I saw like right in front of my eyes. And then it all made sense. It makes sense. Why would they change things when people spend so much money on those things there and spend so much money that allow the system to keep jumping you through hoops to get to that end point, which inevitably ends in you buying a pack? Just like, you know, I want to do this. Well, I have to do this first. Well, maybe I should do this first, and then maybe I should do this. You know what? Screw it. Let me just buy this $20 pack that fixes everything. And that's not a good place to be in. So anyways, thank you. You guys are awesome. I still love Epic 7. Don't get me wrong. I love the idea of Epic 7, I guess is the better thing to say right now. And fuck Huche.